got beef in the Big Apple. Rex Ryan is sick of the comparisons. Rex Ryan is sick of the talk. Rex Ryan is sick of people saying that Robert Saleh is the next Rex Ryan. We're going to hear from Rex Ryan, who was on ESPN Radio and just absolutely popped off. You could tell this really got to him. Let's take a listen to what Sexy Rexy had to say.
Supposed to be a defensive guru. I heard everything, and I take it personal on this one. Everything I heard about was, well, this guy's a lot like myself, but without the bad part. Yeah, well, some of the bad part you need. And don't ever compare this guy to me, this Robert Saleh to me, because statistically, one time they were like a top defense. All right? Here's one thing they're going to be familiar with. 4 out of 5 years, the 49ers were dead last in their division. So he's going to be dead last again. So he's used to that. So to me, I'm a little pissed off about it when I hear that this guy, his background's a lot like yours. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Quit trying to tell the New York fan base that he's going to be like me as a defensive-minded guy or whatever.
Salty Rexy right there. You heard from Rex Ryan. Just not holding back in the slightest, just going for the jugular on Robert Saleh. But hey, Robert Saleh is a big man, and he responded as well on, I believe it was the Michael Kay show. So let's take a listen to what Robert Saleh, the current coach of the New York Jets, had to say about that.
Honestly, you know what? I've never met Rex. I've never had a conversation with Rex. I don't even know him except for people who know him throughout the league. So obviously, if it's that personal for him, he knows where to find me. So,
were you surprised that he said it?
I'm not surprised by him. He's always got something to say.
Oh, my God. So Robert Saleh and Rex Ryan, they're embroiled in this beef. And if you thought that wasn't enough, people, check out this tweet from the brother of Robert Saleh. David Saleh took to Twitter to say this. Rex Ryan took over a good Mangini roster. Eric Mangini, the coach before Rex Ryan, won with it the first 2 years and then lost with his own roster every year after. The only person making comparisons is you in an effort to stay relevant. Oh my God. Stick to eating cheese and burgers, clown. Oh, cheeseburgers, clown. Okay, look, there's a lot going on, Andrew. Obviously, Rex Ryan isn't happy with people, I assume, are comparing him to Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh isn't happy with Rex Ryan basically calling him out and thinking that he's better. And David Saleh is definitely not happy. What do you make of all of this?
Well, first of all, I love it, dude. Anytime we get beef like this, I love beef like this, dude. This is between the Morris brothers going at it with the Jokic brothers, and now we got the Saleh brothers going at the Ryan brother. I love it, dude. He's not wrong, though. Saleh's not wrong, though, and Saleh's brother isn't wrong, though. As much as Rex Ryan did have that success in New York, you have to think about it from the perspective of he's not wrong. Like, he took a roster that was built by somebody else, maximized it, and then when it came time to having to rebuild his own roster, he the Jets are just as bad now as they were when Rex Ryan left. So, you have to think about it from that perspective. He's not wrong, and Saleh inherited, basically, he inherited what Rex Ryan essentially left, because they really haven't changed since Rex Ryan left. It's been the same Jets. They've still sucked. So Saleh is essentially trying to dig out of the hole that Rex Ryan left them in. That's a deep-ass hole, though. Deep-ass hole.
To quote Paul Allen, the former, I think he was like the president of the Washington football team, the culture is actually damn good, is what a lot of Jets fans were saying when after the Rex Ryan era ended. They were like, Rex Ryan, no matter how it ended, he set a culture of winning and determination. How many wins have they had since that culture of winning and determination happened, Andrew? Not many games. Not many games. Look, Rex has got a point here. Robert Saleh is a defensive-minded guy, and he was heralded as this amazing defensive guru. Since he's taken over, things have not been well. Granted, we're like, 8-9 games into the season at this point? Yeah, things are not going to be good because it's a shitty football team. The New York Jets are a bad football team with bad players on a bad defensive roster. What do you think is going to happen? And it's not like they have the offense to counteract that. The great white shark, Mike White, was only able to last for one game. Now we got Flacco in there starting. All right, so that shows you where this offense is. Defensively, they still rank at the bottom of the league, but that has to do with how bad this defense and this roster is. Like, so I think Rex Ryan is kind of out of pocket. I don't know why he would get mad. I don't understand. You don't coach for the team anymore. You don't. It's not like you're going to get that job again. Maybe he is mad that he's not coaching. Maybe that's it. I just don't understand what incentivized Rex, other than the fact that maybe he doesn't like he just. Maybe he actually thinks that poorly of Robert Saleh. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would he come out and say this?
I think he's just jealous, dude. Like, I think he's pissed off that, Saleh took over and they thought, okay, they're bringing in a defensive coach. Remember, they just moved off of the quote unquote the quarterback whisperer to bring in this defensive. He's supposed to be like this defensive wonder boy, and he hasn't been. But like you were just saying before, dude, like the roster, especially when it comes to like the roster itself, is just not good. If you look at their draft, yeah, they drafted a lot of unheralded late round defensive players. But if you're gonna set a foundation and everything like that, you can't draft 3 or 4 offensive weapons with your first 4 picks and then expect, we could just plug in 6th and 7th rounders on the defense and expect it to gel right away. Like, you can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when he was in San Francisco, yeah, they might have finished last in that division, but look at the offensive guys he's going up against in that division too. Like, he's, you got Kyler Murray. McVay, he's got a game plan against McVay and Russell Wilson. So it's not like he was going up against like bad offensive coaches or bad quarterback. Like, he was going up against like explosive offenses. So you're going to give up points when you're in the NFC West. But they should have taken the approach that Matt Rule took when Matt Rule got the job at Carolina. And Carolina's still a work in progress. We get that. But Carolina, from when he took over to what they are now, they have trended upward. And it's because he made it abundantly clear when we're gonna fix this defense first, and then we're gonna focus on the offense. We're gonna fix the defense first, and then we're gonna slowly bring in offensive pieces around it and make it gel. That's what the Jets should have done. Give this guy some weapons, dude. This guy had Joey Bosa or Nick, one of them. He had Joey
Nick
or
Bosa.
Nick.
He had Nick Bosa.
He had Nick Bosa. Like, he had some studs in San Francisco. Now he's got C.J. Mosley, who hasn't even been that good this year.
He's got C.J. Mosley, who basically hasn't played since he was a Raven. He's been either injured or he opted out last year because of COVID. So C.J. Mosley hasn't played in a while. And I kind of want to also get to the other point that you commented on, and Dave Saleh, the brother of Robert Saleh, also eloquently put it. He was right. Rex Ryan, he won those first 2 years with a team that was constructed by the prior regime. Kind of like how John Gruden, everyone wants to give John Gruden so much credit for his Super Bowl victory, right, in 2003. It's the most asinine thing in the world. They won with a roster assembled by Tony Dungy. Just like the Jets won with a roster assembled by the regime that was there previously, and I believe, Eric Mangini. So, and look, and if you even look at the moves they made, what happened? They brought in Bart Scott. Like, that's not a Rex Ryan, Rex Ryan's this great defensive-minded genius. No, he took over an already really good defense and then added Bart Scott, who's at that point was a perennial Pro Bowler playing behind Ray Lewis on one of the best defenses in NFL history. Come on. No, Rex Ryan has absolutely no room to talk. This dude was set up for success, and you know what happened? He got complacent. He got lazy, and eventually his complacency and him believing his own shit led to that team imploding on itself in 2013. That's exactly what happened. That team imploded. Actually, no, it wasn't 2013. It was 2011. Yeah, 2011. That team. It was even before that. He only went to the AFC Championship game 2 years in a row. Never made the playoffs again. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, Keep it real.